What is up, guys? So Camille is about to release in a week, and we got to talk about his weapons, or at least how to prepare or pre-farm for Camille's weapon, because not everybody is going to be able or want to get his best in slot weapon, his signature weapon. So before we go into this other options, we'll talk about briefly his signature weapon first, because that would be his best weapon, obviously. I'll definitely go and get it, but it might not be necessarily worth it for everyone. Since, usually people get signature weapon for like their main damage character or their hyper carry or any like damage type character. Camille can also do damage, but he's also can be used as just like a normal support. So depending on the usage, their weapon choices might vary too. And you might want to, and if you're not like fully maining Camille, maybe you don't know if you want to get a signature weapon or not, since arsenal tickets and weapon banner can work is very finicky in Enfield. It's going to be very RNG dependent on whether or not you have enough of the arsenal tickets to roll for Camille. But first, we'll talk about his signature weapon, which we do not have right now. And also, we just don't have like information on it, honestly. I tried searching for it. We only have the name. It's Blessing of the Illustrious Carmine. And also, we only know the stats is agility, heat damage bonus, and also flow. So not much is known about this pole arm, but it's definitely going to be the best. So we don't really need to know that much. If I have to guess, it's probably going to be something like when the user regenerate SP, they gain a lot of heat damage bonus and also apply a lot of heat debuff or whatever. Probably something like that, I'm guessing. But well, let's go over to his other options. So Carmine, in case if you don't want his signature weapon, he has a free-to-play option, same as every other character. It's going to be the Battle Pass weapon. Now, Battle Pass in Enfield works a bit differently than other games. You might think that Battle Pass, just means that you have to buy the Battle Pass with like, I don't know, with like some money every month. But in Enfield, the second tier Battle Pass is actually free, and you can get a weapon that's going to be a good free-to-play alternative, or they are intended to be like the free-to-play alternative if you don't want their signature weapon. So what you need to do is get your Battle Pass, get it all the level all the way to 40. You get this little crate thing here. I already have it on me. You can keep it if you don't want to use it yet. And right now, this weapon is already here. You can already have it if you want to, but I'm just going to save it for now. So we can see what's Carmine's weapon. And a fun fact, this is the only pole arm in the Battle Pass. Before that, there was no other pole arm. Because Carmine is also the first ever pole arm limited 6-star character here. So over here, we have it. This is going to be Carmine's best free-to-play option. It looks kind of funny, not gonna lie. It's like a little drill here. They're going to pierce the heavens with this one. So the name, Beacon of Duty, it's agility boost. So we already know Carmine is agility, so obviously it's going to be agility. Ultimate gate efficiency. I don't know how good this is, but Carmine Ultimate applies heat debuff, regenerate SP, deal heat damage, deals heat infliction. So having Ultimate is definitely good on Carmine. I mean, not Carmine, Camille. And what's important is this one, efficiency. Feel for the torch. And this description is actually very simple. It's just heat damage dealt flat, and then when there's heat infliction, you get physical and heat damage dealt for like 20 seconds for like 20%. And then when you apply heat susceptibility, the entire team gets heat damage and physical for 11%. And then they say that these two effects apply separately and do not stack with each other. So this weapon is basically very simple. You can see here, you just get heat damage. Two of these are like personal heat damage, and then this one is like entire team heat damage. So definitely works if you're playing with Levitain or any heat character. What's very interesting that it also gives physical damage dealt. I'm assuming this is going to be for like Rosie. But maybe, let me cook here. Maybe it could work with physical Endman as well. I'm going to try physical Endman with Camille. That might be like an underrated hidden team that I'm going to try out. I've not seen anyone talk about it, but I'm going to try it. Endman and Camille. Since Camille is also like a Vanguard character, the only problem would be that if you care about meta, a Partner Richnick might just kind of be flat out better than Camille, since, Partner Richnick is actually physical, but, Camille might have an advantage because he's like a limited 6-star. Maybe the heat damage could work. But, a Partner Richnick has like physical susceptibility, and Camille seems to not have any like physical susceptibility debuff or whatever. So honestly, that's kind of it. It's signature weapon or this free-to-play battle pass weapon. There's not much else to talk about, but if you want to research even further, we can do that. At least as of right now, there's no other like limited pole arm, so it's either just this or Beacon of Duty. But we can go over, just in case if you use your battle pass on another character or you're new to the game and it takes quite some time to level up your battle pass. We got options. Well, not too much options, but there is some options. Especially maybe you just started the game when Camille drops. So here we go. We'll go over here one by one. So I'm using Li Feng right now. So first 6-star standard polearm that's meant for Li Feng is Mountain Bearer. And you don't need to think too much. This is a physical damage dealt. And also the effect is vulnerability, which is physical damage. And Camille just doesn't apply any vulnerability. Even though it has agility boost, which is Camille's stat. So with this weapon, although it looks kind of cool, it looks pretty crazy. You just never want to use this on Camille. Unless you're doing some goofy shit like Rosie or Edmund. It's probably not worth it. Over here, it even wants the weirder battle skill to apply vulnerability, which Camille just never do. So you can cross out Mountain Bearer. The only use would be like as a stat stick. Physical damage bonus does not work with Camille at all. Vulnerability, maybe you can try with like Rosie, but like I'd much rather just play like main DPS Camille. So next weapon is going to be Jet. Now this is, hold on, let me go to Averena real quick. So this weapon surprisingly kind of works with Camille. First, it has main attribute boost. It has attack boost. And then for its third effect, its real effect, it's actually arts damage dealt. And also more arts damage when you cast battle skill. Camille is like a battle skill character. And then when there's combo skill, arts damage dealt increase again. So it's just damage and there's no like terms and conditions or physical or electric. So this is Averena's main weapon or her canonical weapon. It's a 6-star. I don't remember rolling for this weapon. I think I just got it accidentally when rolling for other weapon banner. So if you do happen to have this one lying in your inventory or you main Averena, you have this weapon built for Averena, you can temporarily just use this. It's not bad, but it's just going to be damage. It's not going to do anything buff, anything heat related. Not much supportive effect like the battle pass weapon. So Jet would be like the third option if you have it. Don't specifically go and get this weapon unless you're playing Averena. Up next is Valiant. This is like the 6-star like standard weapon. I think I did like try to go for this one before I got Mountain Bearer. And this weapon, as you can see right now, I have it leveled up to 60 and then no one is using it. So this weapon isn't good. There's agility, physical damage dealt, so it's already not good for Camille. And then the third effect wants you to apply physical susceptibility and then deals physical damage. So this weapon, you can cross this one out. It's not working. I think this is supposed to be like Li Feng's like budget weapon. And that is all the 6-star polearm. Now we start going down to 5-star. Now, going down to 5-star, 4-star doesn't automatically mean they're even worse. Some of them are actually better than some 6-star, I would say. So this one, Cohesive Traction. This is like probably in one of the random 5-star weapon that you're going to get. As you guys can tell from the design, probably does not work with Camille. Look, Will Boost does not work with Camille. We don't know Camille's secondary attribute yet, but if it's not agility, you can cross this one out. Electric damage dealt. Camille, I don't remember Camille doing any electric. Third effect, don't even need to read it, but it's basically combo skill and then you do more electric damage dealt. So Cohesive Traction, it looks like a very edgy weapon. Actually, just apply it. No, wait. I want like zoom in onto it. Looks like a very edgy weapon for like Camille. Might suit him, but doesn't work for him. Next is OBJ Razorhorn. Now this is the support weapon. I think this is Estella's main weapon. I just have it on her. Don't have it leveled up. As you guys can see with all these light blue text, it does not work with Camille. Will, physical damage, and then solidification, cry infliction. Don't want this weapon near Camille at all. Next is going to be Chimeric Justice. On a side note, this game does not have a lot of polearm characters. That's why all these polearm are just not being used or built. So this, I don't even remember what weapon is this. It's strength, ultimate, gain efficiency, and then crit rate, and then apply vulnerability when there's no vulnerability. You can tell this is just Li Feng's like budget weapon. Like Li Feng already had a 6-star budget weapon, and now he has a 5-star budget weapon. Li Feng just has all the weapons. So cross this one out. You're not using it. This one doesn't even look like a polearm, honestly. It looks more like a sword when you don't see the handle. Next is Aglo Slayer. We're going down to the 4-star. Now, you should have like an infinite amount of these just in your inventory. This one will boost. Doesn't work. Arts damage boost, maybe. So, if you just started the game, you can probably look into these 4-star. I don't recommend investing too much. Just play finish the story mode, and you'll get like some crates that will, or level up your battle pass that will give you your free-to-play weapon. But let's quickly explain why this weapon doesn't work. So, the third stat is very simple. When battle skill hit the enemy, you get more attack, but it's like very tiny amount of attack. This can hypothetically work, but like the real damage boost just gonna lose a lot of damage from that. And now for the final weapon, which I actually think is not a terrible option actually for like complete like free-to-play early beginner. First it's agility boost, then it's attack boost, and then the third stat is extremely simple. It's just when your HP is above 80%, you get a lot more attack percent, and this attack percent is like 15 compared to this one, which is like 12%. So if you had to choose between 4 stars, if you only have 4-star polearm, definitely just use Pathfinder beacons. That's like your last resort. And what you can do is kind of just refine it potential. Just add a bunch of these. If you're like if you want to make the best use out of this 4-star weapon, you can increase it all the way to like 30% attack. But that should be all the polearms for now. I'll quickly summarize. Signature weapon is the best weapon. Then it's going to be the battle pass weapon, Beacon of Duty. Then it's going to be Jet. Then it's going to be 5 stars. He actually has no good 5-star polearm for him, so just don't give a shit about any 5-star. And then the next best option will be this 4-star Pathfinder Beacon. You can refine it up to like 5 times for like the maximum effect. And then the rest you can just cross it out. No one is using any of these. And there we have it. I will make another video on whether or not it is like really worth it to get Camille's signature weapon, but we don't have any information on that yet, but I will make it soon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and learn a bit about Camille's weapon, and I'll see y'all next time.